name is Kim Novak, Angellayla's mother.
Stop it.
And how old is Angel?
She's 14 years old.
14 years old, okay. And so, tell us her story. Go back to her before she was injured.
Angel progressed typically up until she was 2 years old and some odd months. Got her MMR. Got really sick that evening. I was told to give her Tylenol. We didn't have to do anything special. And then within the next couple weeks, completely regressed, quit speaking, started having ungodly behaviors because she couldn't communicate anymore. And initially we were told that she was a Taurus and stubborn, so she would start talking again whenever she felt like it. And I took her pediatrician's word because I think I wanted that to be all that it really was.
So talk to us about Angel before she was injured. What kind of a girl was she? How was she?
Girly girl. She loved mermaids, liked My Little Pony, watched TV, watched Dora. What else did she watch? Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. When she regressed, she never watched TV again. Wouldn't pay attention, wouldn't sit down for even 10 seconds to watch anything, didn't play with anything again for years.
So how were you? So you were clearly didn't question the vaccine program. So did she have all vaccines from birth?
She had all her vaccines from birth, yeah.
And did she develop normally on that?
Mm-hmm.
So it was really only at what exact age did she get?
She was 2 years old and, I don't know, 2 or 3 months when she got her MMR. And that's when it was all downhill from there. But yeah, up until then.
Was it only the MMR that she got that day? Or
there was, oh God. She got a couple that day.
And so did the pediatrician or the healthcare provider, whoever vaccinated her, at any time say that there could be any reaction?
Never, ever, no.
And so what happened when you went back with her and said, there's something wrong with my daughter?
When we went back and said, she quit talking, there's something wrong, he said that it was because she was a Taurus and stubborn and that she would start talking again whenever she wanted to.
She was, okay, are you hearing that, everybody? The pediatrician said she was a Taurus and stubborn.
And I know I sound stupid for taking his word, and I hate myself for it now, but I wanted that to be all that it was. I wasn't familiar with vaccine injury whatsoever at the time. That's really my only excuse. And I wanted him to be right. I wanted it to be simple, and I wanted her to just be a Taurus and go back to what she was before at some point. That's all I can say.
What is the vaccine taken from your daughter? What is vaccination, you being compliant and doing as you thought would make you the perfect mother? What has this done? What is life like with Angel
It's ruined our lives. If people get mad at me because they say I'm too negative, but I think I'm being realistic. She has no future. Her future is ultimately going to be in a group home. We have no family. We have no friends. So when I die, there's nobody to even visit.
Do you have any other
her.
children?
I have another child who's on the spectrum also. My mom has 5 grandchildren. 3 of them were vaccinated. Those 3 are on the autism spectrum. The youngest 2 were never vaccinated, and they're the only 2 that aren't on the autism spectrum. They got whooping cough about a year ago. They live in Japan, and they had a bad, cruisy sounding cough for a week, no longer, and they're fine now. So if I knew then what I know now, I would have never vaccinated either of my children. But yeah, it took everything from us. We can't get medical care for Angel. I take her into hospitals, and they immediately begin the procedure to transport her to a psychiatric hospital. Even when it's something as minor as a sinus infection, she doesn't even get examined in hospitals. They don't look in her throat or her ears. Nothing. They don't examine her whatsoever. She is constantly transported to the psychiatric hospital, even when it's a physical illness. Physical illnesses are not looked for whatsoever. She has leaky gut syndrome, diarrhea a dozen times a day, and because we're at the mercy of doctors who accept Medicaid, we can't even get like a referral to a gastroenterologist, which is ludicrous. So yeah, we're at the mercy of a medical field that doesn't care about her life. Her life has no value. She's predominantly nonverbal, and a big girl, as you can see, and I guess that's why people don't care, but they do not care.
And also the thing that we as parents can talk about that is probably the unspoken word here is how vulnerable she is. Your fear as a mother if she gets in the wrong hands.
And it's very real. Like, that's not paranoia. It's very, very real. I know on Facebook we see stories every day about what happens to especially nonverbal or verbally limited children. We had a case here in Ormond Beach. I pulled her out of public school and put her in a private autism school and went and picked her up one day, and she had a perfect handprint on her butt, but it was not placed there in any way that she could have done it to herself, and nothing came of it. The police won't do anything because she's self-injurious. Even if there's a handprint on her buttocks that she could not humanly have put there, they chalk it up to self-injury. Lawyers won't touch it. I have numerous friends in Florida whose children have been abused at autism schools, and lawyers and the law will not touch it if the child is nonverbal and can't tell you who did what or what they did. So I'm all too familiar with those fears.
And what about the future for your daughter?
It's too much to think about. That she has nobody besides me, and that's such a heavy weight for myself and her. It's a scary, scary life, and it's too much. You know, if you have a big supportive family, I'm sure it's different, but when you have nobody, you know, she's 14 years old and we can't get medical care. People get away with abusing her at school and nothing comes of it. What kind of life is that?
And also, as we parents say over and over again, is who is going to love our children? Like, the love we have is huge for them. Who's going to have that love for them?
I don't see anybody else having that love. You know, for a child that I worked in the group home field with autistic people before I had to quit my job to care for her full time. People that get paid $9 an hour don't necessarily go in there and just love their clients when their clients have, you know, upwards of a dozen diapers filled with diarrhea leaking out of their diaper all day long. When the client is aggressive with them, nobody making, you know, peanuts is really going to feel love for that person. I'm very realistic. I know that there's hope that, you know, maybe there's a few good men out there who would care, but we've not yet seen it. We've never found anyone that really gave a big damn.
What do you say to the people that did this to your daughter?
They ruined us. They ruined her life. They ruined any hope of a life for my daughter. They don't know how much they took, and what they did. You know, I love those people, like, you know, the doctor that told us that she was just a tourist to have to spend one day watching her punch herself in the face because she's in pain that we can't figure out, that nobody cares enough to get to the bottom of. I don't know any greater pain than watching your child in pain and you're helpless to make it better, and you don't know the root of it, you don't know what to do for it.
So like Billy, Angel repeats words.
Yeah.
Billy used to say stop it all the time. Just to clear it up, she's not saying stop it to you, she's doing echolalia. She's so what is she?
Yeah, what's funny, if you think it's funny, echolalia out the wazoo, she loves Super Nanny. So
does Billy.
Really?
Super Nanny.
I've never heard anybody say that before. Because it wreaks havoc, because her favorite things to say right now are stop it, Richard, came from Super Nanny, and don't hurt me, Dad. There's no dad at my house. There's never been a man at my house. But yeah, all day long it's either stop it, Richard, or don't hurt me, Dad.
So people, it's really important, if you don't understand vaccine injury, that, you know, we had a situation where Billy was at school when he was little saying whites only, no colours, and he actually got expelled, and I told them that he was talking about the washing machine.
You knew where it was coming from.
I was like, you know, I separate the whites and the colours, so he says whites only, no colours, because that's what I teach him with the thing, but obviously, so Billy got thrown out of school for being racist. And so that is what is really important for people to understand when they make quotes.
It comes from somewhere.
And it's totally irrelevant to the conversation happening right now. So, is there anything else that you want to say to the people about what's happened to your daughter?
If you can avoid this, you want to. That's about it.
Okay, we're really sorry that this happened to Angel and to you, but have heart in knowing that this bus is going to continue to tell stories until justice is done for Angel and
justice for Angel.
Justice for you, Angel.